Hello and welcome to another tutorial on my channel Create by Kay. My hook is 3.5 millimeter. Now I go and I chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Next I find my first chain and I go on the loop like this with my hook. I grab the yarn and I make a slip stitch. I chain 1, make this a loop longer, then I yarn over and I go into the 7 chains, grab the yarn and make a long loop. That's one time. Yarn over again. I go with my finger to keep all the loops on my hook, and then I go back on my 7 chains and make another loop. Again, yarn over, go with my finger right here, then I go on the 7 chains and make a long loop. I have 1, 2 and 3. I go with my 4th long loop and the last one, 5 long loops. Now I grab the yarn and pull through all of them. I close here tight and then grab the yarn and pull through that loop. Now I chain 1, make this loop longer, then I yarn over and right here is a space, so I go with my hook right there, grab the yarn, make a long loop, and I do that 10 times. That's one time, yarn over, go with my fingers right there, go back right here with another long loop. That's 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what I do is I will grab the yarn and pull through the first 2 loops. I make sure this loop I just have on my hook is loose, then I grab the yarn, pull through that loop and the next 2 loops. And again that loop and the next 2 loops, and like this all the way. All the time I take 2 loops. And here I have 3 loops and I pull through all of them like this. Here I chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and I see there are little bumps, so I go on the first bump and make a slip stitch. And now I go in each bump with a slip stitch. and the last bump. I chain 2, and now I repeat. I go with 5 loops, so yarn over, I go right here in the 7 chains with my 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab the yarn, pull through all 5 loops. Now I have 2 loops on my hook. Grab the yarn and pull through the 2 loops right there. And now I need to go with 10 long loops. Now I chain 1, make a long loop, grab the yarn, and I go in the space 10 times. 1, yarn over, go back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now I need to go and pull through the first 2 loops, then pull through the next 2 loops, then the next 2, next 2, and here pull through the last 3. I chain 3 here, 1, 2, and 3. In the bump, the first bump, I go with the slip stitch, and then I go in each bump with slip stitch. And I repeat. I need to chain 2, then go with the 5 loops, then I go with the 10 loops and everything else. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm done with my slip stitches. Now I need to chain 2, and right here I will go with a slip stitch. Then I go in the same space but from behind, and then grab this loop, pull through, and then I cut my yarn, and I have to hide this yarn in the back somewhere.